Hello and welcome to TechG. This is Devashish and you are watching C programming tutorial. So today's topic is operator. In last few videos we discussed about the fundamental and basic things about C programming. So in this video we elaborately discuss about another basic things of C programming, that is operators. So let's start. What is C programming operator? C programming operators. In this tutorial, you will learn about different operators in programming with the help of examples. An operator is a symbol that operates on a value or a variable. For example, plus is an operator to perform addition. C has a wide range of operators to perform various operations. Okay. So basically we use this sign or operators to perform a particular task or a particular job in programming. So let's see. So the first operator we discuss arithmetic operators. Okay. So an arithmetic operator performs mathematical operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. on numerical values, constants and variable. So we perform basically this mathematical operation on constant and variables, and these main four types of operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So you know all that the sign of this operator, that is plus, minus, into and division. Okay. So here another new operator, that is modulo division. Okay, so modulo division is basically used to get the remainder after division. Okay, so next, see the use of these operators with an example and with a code, that is doing all this mathematical operation in a single code. We include the header file, and in the main function we declare three variables a, b and c. All of three are integer type. So first we perform the addition operation. Here you see c equal to a plus b. So the result or the value after doing the operation, addition operation, this result will save in the variable c. Okay, and in the next line we display the variable we get after addition operation. Okay, next we doing the subtraction, and thereafter multiplication and division and remainder. Okay, so after doing all of this operation we getting the results. Okay, so let's practice this code and practically. Okay, so I just doing nothing, I just copy this code. Okay, and open devc and paste it here. Okay, we compile this code and we get no errors and no warnings. So let's run. Okay, so we get addition result is 13, subtraction operation 5, and after multiplication 36, division 2 and remainder when divided by b equals to 1. So let's test it. That is the addition operation 9 plus 4 equal to 13, it is right. 9 minus 4 equals to 5, it is also right. 9 into 4 36, yes, and 9 divisible by 2. Okay, so we get 2, it is also correct. And the remainder, when we wants to get the remainder, we use modulo division operator. Okay, so the first example is successfully compiled and run, and let's check the another slide. Okay, so I hope you understand how to use arithmetic operators. In the next slide we discuss about an important operators, that is increment and decrement. This operator is very much important, and this operator used several times to write a program. So please understand this operator very carefully. Okay, so C programming has two operators, that is increment or plus plus and decrement or minus minus. So to indicate the increment operator we use double plus and decrement double minus to change the value of an operand, constant or variable, by 1. So if we want to increase the value of a variable or constant 1 by 1, so we use the increment or decrement operator. Okay, so increment or plus plus increase the value by 1 and decrement minus minus decrease the value by 1. Okay, next, these two operators are unary operators and they only operates on a single operand. So they basically operate on a single operand. So let's see how to use this operator. So in example 2, practically see the use of increment and decrement operators. So this is the code. At first we include the header file in every cases and declare the main function. Inside the main function we take two variable name a and b and assign the value of a equals to 10 and b equals to 100. These two variables are integer type, and after we also initiate to another variable c and d, and in this case these two variables are float type. Okay, so fraction type. So we assign the value of c equals to 10.5 and d equals to 105, and we print 4 times to see how these operators work on these variables. Okay, so at first we're doing increment, then decrement, and then increment and decrements. Okay, so this operations is basically pre-increment. Okay, at first it increment the value, then print the result. Okay, so in this printf function, at the initial state the value of a equals to 10. After printing this or doing this increment operation, we get the value 11. Why? Because this increment operator increase the value of a by 1. So 10 plus 1 equals to 11. And in next printf minus minus b, so decrement operators decrease the value of b by 1. So in initial state the value of b we assign 100, so its value obviously decremented by 1. So now the value of b equals to 99. And in another case we use this pre-increment operator on a float type. So on c, operating this increment operators on c, so it's increment the value of c by 1 and we get 11.50000 and 0, because this is basically a float type, and after doing the operations of increment is just increase the value of c by 1. So at first the value of c equals to 10.5 and doing the operation pre-increment it's get 11.5, and in the similar way it's also decrease the value of d by 1. So we get the value of d equals to 99.5 because the initial value of d equals to 105 we assign at the time of initialization. Okay, next, now we talk about the assignment operators. Okay, when we're doing any operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, we can use this operator or assignment operator. Basically, you know, this sign is assign sign, or if we wants to assign any value to any variable, so in this time we use this assign operator. An assignment operator is used for assigning a value to a variable. The most common assignment operator, these are the common assignment operator. This is plus, minus, into, division and modulo division. Okay, so example, here you can see how to use these operators exactly and what is the meaning of these operators, how it is look like. Okay, so it is basically very easy. So in example 3 we saw how to use the assignment operators in practically. Okay, so at first we include the stdio.h or header file, and in the main function we initialize the variable a and assign its value equals to 5. So here we use the assignment operator. This is basically integer type, and we declare another variable that is c. Here we assign c equals to a, so the value of a is stored inside c. In this time the value of c also equals to 5. Okay, and we can show the value by printf. Okay, in the next case we use the plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulation. Okay, so at first we get the value of c equals to 5, and next we doing the addition operation. So c equals to c plus a, so the value is now is changed to c equals to 10 because c already assigned to 5 in here, and it's addition with a and it get 10. In the similar way it's get back to subtraction, that is 10 minus 5 equals to 5, and now the value of c equals to 5. In the next task we're doing multiplication operation with a, so 5 into 5 equals to 25. Now the value of c equals to 25. Next we doing the division operation. So previously we have the value of c equals to 25. Now we divided c with a, so 25 divided by 5 we get 5. Now the value of c equals to 5. Next we wants to get the remainder after dividing with a, so the value of a equals to 5, and in previous we get the value of c equals to 5, so 5 divided by 5, so here we can't get any remainder, so remainder equals to 0. Let's test this code in Devc. Just copy this code. Please practice in your system several times. In this way you can easily remember and how to use these operators. Okay, so compile and run. Okay, so we get 5, 10, 5, 25, 5 and 0. Okay, I just explain how we get these values. Okay, so in the next slide we see the another operators, that is relational operator. Okay, a relational operator checks the relation between two operands. If the relation is true, it returns 1. Okay, so if the value is true, so it returns 1, and if the relation is false, it returns value 0. Okay, so in computer language the true means 1 and false means 0. You have to remember these things. In relational operator are used in decision making and loop function. So these operators are basically used several times in decision making operations and looping functions. Okay, so here is the operators. This is equals to, this is greater than, this is less than, this is not equals to, this is greater than or equals to, or this is less than or equals to. Here is the examples. Okay, so in the next slide here is the example how these operators are used. We take 3 variables a, b, c and assign the value of every variable, that is 5, 5 and 10, and doing this operation and getting this results or output. Here you can practice this code in your system and you can easily understand how these operators are relates. In every operation it's just check the value is true or false. If it is true, it returns 1, and in the case of false it returns the value 0. So let's see. I just copy this code and doing the same thing. Just paste it here and compile this code and run. Okay, so here we see that 5 equals to 5. Yes, it is true because two values are same, so it is true, so it returns me 1. 5 equals to 10. No, this is not true, so it returns me 0. 5 is greater than 5. No, this is not false because this is same, these two are same. It is false. 5 is greater than 10. No, this is false. It returns 0. 5 is less than 5. No, this is also false because this is same. Okay, it is 0. 5 is less than 10. Yes, it is true. 5 is not equals to 5. No, these are two equal, so it returns false or 0. 5 is not equals to 10. Yes, it is 1. 5 is greater than equal to 5. Yes, 5 is greater than equals to 10. No, it is false, so it returns 0. And similar way, these two also true. Okay, I hope you understand the relational operators and how they work. So in the next slide we see what is logical operator. Okay, these operators also use several times to run a program or to write a code. Okay, an expression containing the logical operator returns either 0 or 1 depending upon whether the expression result true or false. Logical operators are commonly used in decision making in C programming. So these three operators are basically used in decision making. So these three operators are logical and, logical or, and logical not. In many interviews, basically in IT sectors, they give you to write a code, and these codes are based on these operators basically in many times. So please watch or remember this operator and how this operator are used. Please practice it. Okay, so we assign the value or a equals to 2 and b equals to 3. So if these two are true, then return 1, or if these two values are false, it returns 0. So in this way these operators are used in decision making. Okay, so here you see not equals to a logical not. Here in this way we use the logical not operator. A not equals to b. Actually the value of a and the value of b are not same, so we use this not operator to express that a not equals to b. Okay, and this logical or operator doing its job, a equals to 5 or b equals to 5. If these two tasks perform in the same way, either this or this, it's return me true, or if these two are not doing the work, it's return me false. It's basically used in decision making. So let's see in example. Here is the example. Just practice this code in your system, just not see, please practice yourself. Okay, so I just compile and run. Okay, we get the result that at first we declare the value of variable a, b and c is 5, 5 and 10. Okay, so a equals to b. A equals to b. Yes, the value of a and b are same. Okay, this is true, and we use AND operator. Here we use AND operator, and c is greater than b. The value of c is 10 and the value of b equals to 5. Of course the value of c is greater than b, so these two values are true. These two operation returns the value true together, and the result is true. Okay, so in this way this operator works. Here we see in the last that a equals to b, but here we use the not sign, that is a not equals to b. Okay, so it returns me false because a and b, the value of a and b is equals, so it is not equals to, so it this statement is false, so it returns me 0. Okay, I hope you understand how this logical operator works. Okay, so here is the output. You can check it after doing in your system. Okay, so bitwise operators. Okay, during computation and mathematical operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. are converted to bit level, which makes processing faster and saves power. Bitwise operators are used in C programming to perform bit level operation. Okay, so to operate bit to bit, we use the bitwise operator. Okay, so the operators are AND, bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise exclusive OR, or XOR, bitwise complement. Okay, so this sign is used to complement any number. This operator is used for left shift, and this operator is used for right shift, or shifting the value to left side or right side. Okay, and the next other operators are comma operators. That is, comma operators are used to link related expression together. Comma operators are used to link related expressions together. For example, integer a comma c equals to 5 comma d. So if we wants to initialize the 3 variable at a time, and also we declare the value or initialize the value of any particular variable, or assign a value any particular variables at a time, so we use these comma operators. And another operator is sizeof operator. The sizeof is a unary operator that returns the size of data. Okay, if we want to know the size of this operator, so we use the sizeof operator. It operates on constant, variable, array, structure, etc. We use many times in the sizeof operator in a code to know what is the actual size of the variable, constant, array, or structure, etc. So this is the example of sizeof operator. Include str.h integer main. Inside the main function, we declare the 4 variable, that is 1 integer type, 1 float type, 1 double, and 1 character type. Okay, double is nothing but the extent or expanded versions of float. Okay, so if we wants to operate or calculate any, or doing a mathematical operation with a larger number and store it, we use the double. Okay, so here is the code that printf size of integer equals to size of a. So we use the sizeof operator to know what is the actual size of integer type of a, infloat type of b, double type of c, and character type of d. So let's test this code. Copy this code, and okay, I just paste here, compile this code, and there is no error. Run it. Okay, so in this way we comes to know about the size of the operator we use. The size of integer equals to 4 byte, the size of float equals to 4 byte, the size of double equals to 8 byte. Actually this is the double of float. Okay, so this is 8 byte, and the size of character equals to 1 byte. Okay, this is occupy the how much amount of memory space it occupy. Okay, integer, float, double, or character type. Okay, so I hope you understand what is sizeof operator and how it is used. Okay, this is the output. We just check. Thank you. I hope you understand all of these operators today we discuss. Please like my video, subscribe my channel TechG, and share this video with your friends who are interested in programming.